Living in a land girt by sea is tops, and fishing this sea is even topser. But this maritime wonderland is a fickle mistress, and sometimes she can turn downright nasty. All fishing is fraught with danger, but rock fishing is especially perilous. It seems like every other day some poor sap is struck by a freak wave and banished into Neptune's depths. So if you're like me and you love the ocean, but not enough to spend the rest of your life in it, well then you're going to need some specialised equipment. This here is a ramset gun. It's popular in the building industry. It uses small explosive charges to fire nails into concrete. And this here is an old pair of boots. So all I do is walk on down to my favourite fishing spot, make any necessary adjustments for tide and weather conditions, and then place my feet in the right spot. Now this is the important thing. Make sure you place the boots down and then fire the gun, being sure you're not wearing the boots at the time. Voila! So now if any freak wave comes in, I can be sure to remain exactly in my chosen location. The beauty of this life-saving device is its versatility. You can have more than one pair of boots and more than one spot. So if you enjoy a spot of rock fishing, take a tip from Todd. Bolt your body to bedrock so you don't sink like a stone.
Oh, g'day. Every man loves to have a beer every once in a while.
Todd, I told you to cut down. You drink too much.
But this is the problem. I'm not too keen on the nagging that comes with it. If you're like me and your lady friend wants you to drink less beer, there is something you can do. Today, Todd's tip is all about drinking all the beer you need without getting your other half offside. The thing is, beer's too identifiable. One look at a glass filled with the amber fluid and it's obvious what you're drinking.
So, what we're going to do is paint the inside of the glass white. That's right. We're going to make it look like we're drinking milk when we're really drinking beer. It's quite an effective visual device. Now, I've chosen a white paint that's a perfect match for milk. It's called Milk White. Now make sure that the paint you buy is able to come into contact with food. Your local DIY shop should have plenty. It's made for painting crockery. See how I've painted nearly up to the rim but not all the way to the top? That's where you pour your beer up to. Look at that. It's a glass of beer that looks like it's a glass of milk. I'm feeling healthy just looking at it. Now let's see if it works on the little lady.
Oh, Todd, I love it when you're healthy, sweetie.
You see that? Praise instead of nagging. So, take another top tip from Todd and veil your ale in one of these grouse glazed glasses. Cheers.
Parking in the inner city can be fraught with difficulties. Even if you do find a park, thieves and parking fines can almost make you wish you didn't own a car. Car parks are expensive and a garage will set you back at least $100 a week. But don't despair, because tonight I'm going to show you how to get a secure park 100% of the time for nearly nothing. Firstly, you're going to need some timber and some paint. Now, I picked up this scrap ply and 2B one for only $45. Now, we're going to cut the ply into two pieces in a parallelogram shape like this. Next, you'll need a piece like so and two for the ends. Then, just paint it with any old paint you got lying around. Then, just throw it all on top of the ute and then drive to your desired parking destination. Now, if you choose your time well enough, you shouldn't have any trouble finding your perfect park. So once you've found your spot, simply screw it all together. And there you have it. Looks to the world like a large skip bin, but in fact, it's your very own private garage. Now, when you're putting on this front section, make sure you use two hinges, so it'll work like a door. Now, the other important thing to remember is to put a lid on your faux bin. I mean, you want to protect your vehicle from the elements, And you also don't want to come back and find it buried under a mountain of other people's rubbish. So simply screw on a roofing piece and then decorate it with some durable, affordable and natural finishings. So, take a tip from Todd. Don't let persistent parking problems punish you. Produce your own protective parking place today and you'll be guaranteed a park 100% of the time. Oh, g'day. I love taking my main lady friend out to a top-tier restaurant. The atmosphere, the service, good food. Yeah, good food, but not always a lot of it. Why do these really expensive restaurants give you such enormous plates with such little food on it? Check out this main. Any bloke with half an appetite would polish that off in 2 seconds. Everything all right, little lady? You don't think they've been a bit stingy with the servings?
Oh, no, everything's great. I mean, look at the size of these plates. The food must be really special.
It seems for the ladies that the size of the meal doesn't matter. It's the size of the plate that makes all the difference. In fact, just because a plate's big means that a meal must be special. Well, if the size of the plate's all that counts, there's something else we can use this for. That's right, fellas. If you're a little bit lacking in the old love-making apparatus department, next time you show it to her, why not display it on a really big plate? Let's see how it works. Hey, little lady.
Wow, look at the size of that plate. You must be really special. Come here.
See, guys, size really does matter, but it's the size of the plate that makes all the difference. And every guy can buy one of these.
I think the quality, yeah, the presentation, you know, how you wrap it.
Yes, I think men probably could work a bit more on the presentation of their package.
I think avoid the smell. Smells no good. Looks is alright, maybe hair is alright, but smell.
Oh man, I clip. What are you talking about? But I have to clip. If I don't clip, it's not clean. Get all the grease and the grime. You don't know that, you know.
Yeah, g'day. These days, thieves are getting smarter and smarter. Even with all the security devices available on the market, you still can't be sure your car is safe because every time a new device comes out, the crooks find a new way to get around it. The bastards! If this has happened to you before, you'll know how angry and knotted up you feel inside. You just want to get them back and make them suffer like you've suffered. Well, today, I'm going to show you a nifty little trick you can use to make sure the next joyrider who takes your car will feel no joy ever again. Imagine a built-in revenge device that immediately punishes the crook who tries to get away with your car. What I've got here is some 1-inch flexible hosing. Now, I've attached one end of this to the exhaust pipe, and the other end I've stuck up in a small hole I've cut underneath the spare wheel carriage leading into the car. What will happen next is the next crook to start her up will automatically gas himself. Now, it's as easy as that to install, and it looks inconspicuous. No thief will ever suspect. It's a great trick for 2 reasons. You immediately and effectively deal out a dose of revenge on your thief, and you know that your car will be found within a short distance. How about that? What a totally top tip. He's a goner in 60 seconds, and the car's not travelled more than 10 metres. Oh, yeah, g'day. It's a known fact of life that women like to acquire shoes. It baffles me how a woman needs to have so many pairs of shoes when she's only got 2 feet. Exactly the same as us guys. Yeah, they're nice too. Well, what happens when her appetite for shoes exceeds your ability to purchase them? What happens when she wants 1 million shoes? Well, today, I'm going to show you a top tip that'll solve all your shoe budget problems. Now, it seems to me that just the visual pleasure of many shoes to choose from is the #1 factor. Now, look what happens when I strategically place this mirror here. The magic of mirrors is that 1 mirror will double your image, but 2 mirrors creates the effect of infinity. And there you have it. Shoes as far as the eye can see for the price of 2 mirrors. And now with all that money you've saved, you can spend it on tools for the shed. Because let's face it, a man can never have too many tools. Yeah, g'day. Storage. It's probably the greatest problem facing the average Australian man. If you're like me, you've built the shed, put stuff under the house, built the extension, maybe even gone up another storey, and yet there's still nowhere to keep your lawnmower collection. Well, don't worry, there is a solution. All you have to do is build yourself one of these out the front of your house on the nature strip for easy access. Your neighbours and council will never suspect a thing. However, it's a good idea to restrict your access to the storage to late nights and early mornings, just in case. And there you have it. Now you can accumulate as much stuff as you want. And hey, even if you do run out of room, there's nothing stopping you putting another one down the road. Yeah, right. Once you've been with your lady friend long enough, and especially if you're married, an unwritten law is created. The law makes it a woman's prerogative to take money freely from a bloke's wallet. Any man who obstructs this law is branded a cheapskate who doesn't provide. As you can imagine, a man can very quickly run out of money. Now, there's only one way to get around this law, and it's to get your woman to voluntarily leave your wallet alone. And today, Todd's going to show you how. This is a racing form guide. Now, for some curious reason unknown to man, a woman will never pick up this section of the newspaper. So, you don't want your woman to touch your wallet, and you know she won't touch the form guide, so it makes perfect sense to make your wallet out of the form guide. And all it takes is some simple, money-saving origami. Firstly, fold it up almost to the top like this. And this goes like this, and this bit goes here. Now, make a 3-inch fold, then this flap goes over here, and make one more fold, and voila! Now, the money goes in here, and this flap folds over to stop anything falling out. And there you have it, a form guide wallet that'll save you tons of money. Now let's see if it works. Works like a charm. And with all the cash you've saved, you can put on a few bets. Oh, ni hao. I love Chinese food. When I can get it. But I swear I'd starve to death if I had to use chopsticks. I suppose I could ask for cutlery, but I don't want to look unsophisticated in front of my lady friend. So, I've got an idea. I'm going to take a couple of these chopsticks back to my shed to see if I can customise them. OK, now, I've got a chopstick held tight in the vise here. Now, I'm going to sharpen one end. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. Now, I'm going to knock up 2 more the same. Perfect. Now, for a drop of glue.
Are you right with chopsticks?
I certainly am. Now that's a chopstick I can work with. Bon appetit. That tastes tops. Fresh shiitake mushrooms in the shumai.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think you should get it. You look lovely. I don't think you look fat at all. In fact, I think you look beautiful. There's nothing worse than lying to your lady friend, except maybe telling her the truth. I mean, sure, I think she could lose a couple of extra kilos, but as any bloke knows, I would have got killed for even suggesting it. Well, now, there is a way to get her to shed those extra kilos, and you won't even have to mention it. All you need to do is buy your lady friend a dress. Something figure-hugging that fits perfectly. And I now know from this one shopping trip that she's a size 12. Now, here's the important thing. Before you give her your very thoughtful gift, all you have to do is remove this size 12 label and replace it with this size 16 label. Then, when she tries the dress on, she'll see that it fits perfectly. But when she sees the size, she'll just assume she's put on weight and immediately start a regime to lose it. She won't care if she thinks that she looks good or feels good. Size is everything, and when it comes to figures, this is the only one she'll care about. Now, not only that, but you'll also score some huge points with her by insisting that she doesn't need to lose any weight because you think she looks beautiful just the way she is. So, take a tip from Todd. If you want your lady friend to make a few minor alterations to herself, simply make some minor alterations to a frock and watch the dress sizes drop. Got you a little something just for being you.
Oh, Todd, you shouldn't have.
The pleasure's all mine. Uncle Todd will be back in a tick. Oh, g'day. Having kids is great. The problem is, as a responsible parent, you've got to take them everywhere you go. This can be a huge worry, particularly if you're busting for a beer and a bet. And as we all know, if you get caught leaving them in the car, the law will come down on you pretty hard. Well, worry no more because Todd's come up trumps with another top toddler tip. All you have to do is take a photo of the empty back seat of the car, making sure the edge of the frame lines up with the edge of the window. Done. Now, what you want to do is blow the photo up to the size of the window. Now, you can do that on most computers, or just take it down to your local chemist. And there you have it. A great way to care for your kids by keeping them close by, without the worry of being nabbed for neglect. Oh, g'day. One of the biggest problems living in the city is the lack of privacy. It's all very well to have bay glimpses or a leafy aspect, but what good are they when your neighbours can see everything that you're doing day and night? You draw the curtains, you not only lose your view, but also your main source of light. Well, now, there's a great way to maintain your privacy, ensuring that no one's watching you from the other building and still enjoying your hard-earned view and the natural light. All you'll need is one of these. Now, whether you use a real telescope or build one like this doesn't matter. The point is, as long as it looks real from across the road. Now, position your telescope as visibly as possible at the window in question, making sure that it's pointing towards the building across the road. And there you go. Anyone up there who's been gawking into your lounge room will now be shocked to notice that you've purchased a high-powered telescope and that it's aimed directly at them. Their immediate reaction will be to draw the curtains, which in turn will secure your privacy, leaving you to enjoy whatever view you have day and night, safe in the knowledge that no one's watching you for fear of being watched themselves. And so that's all there is to it. Another top tip from Todd for tower tenants.